And welcome to the Sunday Fun Day podcast, the official podcast for Wild West Fantasy Baseball. I'll be your host today, Alien Arms, Triller Pet, Q&A Forms, Milkman, Create the Gallon Challenge, Master of Waffles, soon to be team tatted. This is season number 3, episode 7. Henry, remind me, where were you at in the playoff standings? We're kind of doing this a little out of order considering our time constraints.
I'm actually not 100% sure. I was somewhere between the fifth and the seventh seed. I don't think I was seventh, so I think I was either fifth or sixth.
Yeah, I think Jason was 7, and then you're either 5th or 6th. Either way,
Yeah.
we're locked in. Obviously, this is a standing series, and we are working from the bottom to the top as we count down to Christmas. It is Christmas Eve. Very excited. I have a absolutely wonderful guest here with me today, Mr. Henry P. Bottle. Henry.
It's me. I'm the guest. I was like, oh my God, there's a surprise guest. Who's joined?
Henry, how are we doing today, man?
Doing well. Obviously, Christmas Eve. It's Holy Week, as you mentioned. Been a little too much turmoil in the chat this week. Some shifting parts. That's been, I think, a little bit of unnecessary stress for the week, but otherwise doing well. I mean, I don't want to let anything bring down the awesomeness that is draft week, and just still getting the boys together. And it's going to be a fantastic day. Life outside of fantasy baseball. Getting ready to be a two-time boy dad, hit that here in early May. Probably actually Derby Day is what we're thinking for little guy number 2. So getting there, some 7 weeks out now at this point.
Wow.
But once draft is out of the way, then I can kind of properly hone in on that countdown. There's multiple days that are counting down in my head at this point, but excited in very different ways for both things, but life is good, man.
Awesome. That's maybe news to a lot of people. I haven't seen any official announcements, although I did see maybe like an Instagram story, or your father-in-law told me at the Waffle House a couple of days ago.
I was gonna say, I thought you had commented on a
think
post or something. I think we posted here and there. We're not shouting from the mountaintops per se,
right,
but we've posted here and there. It's not a secret.
Well, Henry, I'm proud of you. Time to get off, bro. Time to get off of her. Chill out.
Oh, yeah. We'll see, man.
I'm kidding. We love little Henry's running around.
Speaking of which, I should address the elephant in the room.
Hold on,
Liam is here.
Oh, the elephant. Okay, all right, yeah.
Liam's here.
Bring him in.
Sick. Liam, can you say hi, Bubba? Say hi. He's homesick today. He's not feeling great. So I'm hopefully can keep it together for the call.
You're good. As long as we're here together, it's fine. No worries. All right, well, let's jump right into it. We've been doing a lot of new segments this year. Jumping into our history. Over the last 8 years of recorded history in the Wild West, you have missed the playoffs only one time, with that being the 2020 asterisk season where you came in last place.
Yeah, kind of a fluke season, if you will.
I guess if we're looking at the big picture over the past 8 years, you've got 2 tournament championships and 2 regular season championships. Your lifetime win-loss is the highest in the league at 58%. Yes, dust that shoulder off. Exactly. In 2024, you had your best year to date, winning the regular season and the championship and taking home the coveted Cowboy Cup. But you took a massive step back last year and scraped by to your second lowest win percentage in your career after your 2020 season. How do you come back from such a lost season? And where can you improve for next year? Wait, hold on. Feel free to ask Graham if you need some help answering that question.
Yeah. Let me. Actually, I've got him on one AirPod and got the audio feed here on the other. So okay, yeah, Graham, good. That's exactly how I was going to respond as well.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think it's a lost season at all. Obviously, didn't win the title. That's the ultimate goal. But being in the playoffs, being in the fight, in that conversation, that's where we want to be and what we're striving for. I think I'm fairly well known. I mean, I've got those regular season 2 titles you mentioned, but I'm not necessarily shelling out for regular season wins. I want to try and accumulate talent that can help me for the postseason, and I just didn't get it done last year. We had some talent, but we were not the most talented team in the league, obviously, as we did not win the title. Just didn't break our way last year. But no, I wouldn't call it a lost season or like a massive fall down or anything. I mean, just we're happy to be in the playoffs. Would be more happy if we advanced further and did what we set out to do and won the title. But I think it was a fine year last year.
To each their own. Is not a Sneakers league. When I say this, when it comes to the Sneakers, Henry, you're probably, in my opinion, you are probably not to be biased, but you are probably the most level-headed member of the group in comparison to your counterparts. Where do you stand on the changing of the guard from Connor to Graham? Do you bend the knee to Graham? Or is this all just a facade for you to hide the true identity of the king of the Sneeches?
God, this line of questioning is tripping me up a little bit because they start out as like really nice to me and then they end up as kind of like a gotcha on the second half. But no, I think Graham is like deserving of being a Sneech, and that look at his lifetime win percentage speaks for itself. And I think culture is a big thing about the Sneeches as well. And I think up until last like year and a half, 2 years, Connor was checking all those boxes as well. Obviously, he got to a point where his record was not becoming of a Sneech, and change had to be made. But no, I feel like Graham is on the verge of more postseason success. I think what he's been able to accomplish in the regular season speaks to that. And I'm sad to see him under so much fire this offseason. I get it, being that he was so foundational to the Viltrumites last year and then turning around, running to the Sneeches. I get where that could maybe lead to some sore feelings, but I'm happy to have Graham as a Sneech. I think he's going to be a great contribution. I see some postseason success in his future.
You say more postseason success. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not no mathematician, but if you multiply any number by 0, you get 0. Graham has not won a single playoff match.
Right. So
how can you legitimately sit here and say that Graham is elite when he has not proven himself in the postseason? Yes, he may have, a top 3, top 4 lifetime win-loss percentage. But when it comes down to it, he's Aaron Judge.
Yeah, I think maybe almost pushing like fluky levels, how he's been in that playoff conversation pretty consistently. Graham's been in this league, like 7, 8-ish years, been around for a while. So I actually wasn't 100% certain that he didn't have a playoff win under his belt. I would have thought he would have had one by now, but I guess that's part of him being a Sneech is we feel like the playoff success is coming.
If you want to, you can consider his first place regular season a playoff win, but other than that, there is no playoff wins. And he has been with us from the beginning of recorded time since 2018.
Is that right?
Yes.
Well, I thought this was volume 10, though, so this is Wild West 10, isn't it?
We are on volume 10. We are missing 2 years of recorded history, but based off of the trophy that we have, our plaques, it goes back to 2017, which isn't on our recorded history, but Coates won that one. but he's a communist and he got the trophy made, so he included his own 2017 win, even though our stats go to 2018.
Gotcha.
Yeah, besides the point.
Yeah, it's been a while. He needs to win a playoff game. I mean, if it's a
Mhm.
type of thing, I don't want to say welcome to the Sneeches and we're already laying out ultimatums, but if it's the type of thing where I don't know if he's necessarily hot seat immediately. If he comes in and has a real stinker of a season, we can talk. But
Right.
no, certainly if we get 2 years down the line and it's still a playoff drought for Graham, then yeah, maybe that would be a different conversation.
A perfect segue. I scripted this up. Hello, Bubba. I scripted it up perfectly. Hypothetically, this is crazy for us this season of the podcast. We haven't done any hypotheticals. Hypothetically, one of the members of the Sneeches falls short of their expectations in the next couple of years. Pick the member of the Sneeches who you think might possibly fall into that realm.
Very much a trap question. Feels like this is digging for infighting among the Sneeches. Maybe I shouldn't dignify with a response, but I feel like Graham is the easy answer there, where we just segued it that there isn't the postseason success. So if you had to pick a Sneech that you would gamble on falling short of expectations, then yeah, I guess I would have to pick on Graham.
Let's ixnay Graham. Let's ixnay Graham, considering his relatively new, tenure. You got three other guys basically to pick.
I mean, or myself, I guess, if we're gonna include 4. But it's really tough. That's a pretty bulletproof foursome there that you got.
I'm here to ask the hard-hitting questions that make you actually think about an answer.
I would probably say myself, just in that we expect to win the title every year, and realistically, the realistic side of me knows that won't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a cop-out answer.
Yeah.
If you want a real one,
I'm over here digging dirt.
Maybe Nicky, because he just now got the title, which is dangerous to say because he's the reigning champion. He's obviously been a successful manager for years before that. Probably gonna come back to bite me, but no, if I had to give a real answer, then you're really pulling it out of me because this is a dangerous foursome, and I think all these guys are gonna be awesome, but I guess Nicky, because he had the longest title drought of the 4 in question here. And let the record show I said Graham first anyway. So don't come at me too hard, Nicky.
All right, well, we've approached the point now where I'm going to open it up to you to run the script. Open season, Henry. This is your shit list for 2026. Go ahead and drop 3 names, give a little brief explanation, and if you have any honorable mentions, feel free to drop a name.
I really struggle to get to 3 these days. I'm in a good place, good vibes. There have been points of this preseason where my shit list was shittier than it is at the moment. I'll start with you, Orms. You were not at the moment, but you were at times this offseason for sure. The accountability stuff was getting to me, which, by the way, earlier this week you went ahead and knocked out Waffle. So that's huge start on it right there. I know we still got Tattoo to figure out. But no, I was getting a little frustrated when the just general accountability conversation was being thrown around. But I think a realistic analysis of the situation would say that Dawson has some responsibility in that as well, and how long his lingered on. So no, I think that's fair. I think there's fair points being made. You're not on my poop list today at this moment in time. Chuck is on my poop list at this moment in time. Number 2, I am not all that deeply entrenched on my poop list. I love Chuck. He's a great guy, but just the desire to work on draft weekend is kind of baffling to me. And then just the acrobatics that it leads to in the group, trying to figure out what the heck we're going to do, and people canceling plans that have already been established around the initial draft date. I think Chuck's probably on everybody's poop list at the moment, so that's an easy answer. But I guess if we get some Little Caesars or frozen pizzas or something, then we'll feel a little bit better for old Chuck. I really don't I guess I have something of a number 3. Is I would go to Colton, and that I felt like I kind of just caught a stray being on his poop list, for like no real good reason. I felt like he said I hadn't been active in the group. I'm saying my good morning. I'm saying hello in the group. I'm around. I'm chatting. It's part of the discourse. I haven't been too active in the last couple of days because I'm trying to stay out of the headache of all the moving parts and figuring out what's going on and just go with the flow. But Colton also, I keep asking him, like, I'm like, dude, when are we doing Busters? I know we have a date set as well now at this point, but he just kept calling me a hoe whenever I'd ask him about that. So that rubbed me the wrong way. That's all I got.
I love it. Well, since I'm here, I'd like to comment. First of all, when we were at the draft choice ceremony, you made a bet with Colton, betting that I would not be playing this year, and that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Not saying that I did what I did to like get back at you, because that's pretty childish, but I am accountable. Yeah, I was trolling you guys. Same way Chuck was trolling you guys. I was just getting a rise out of everybody because I know that you all are going to bite the bait and, hook, line, sinker. I'm a big fan of, trying to get under people's skin and whatnot and the other. So just
That's
a
fair.
brief explanation. I'm accountable. I said what I said. I'm going to hold myself to it. The tattoo will happen. We're gonna get that taken care of, as soon as I can. In regards to my schedule, I've been pretty busy these days. Got my hands full. I'm juggling lots of different things, but it will be done. So go ahead and
I'm looking forward to seeing it, man.
scratch my name off that list.
Yeah.
If anything, it will be done by Reds game.
Cool. Not too long to go then.
No, we're very quickly approaching. All right.
What else you got for me?
Bold predictions. Henry, let's hear them.
I'm pretty dry on this segment. I really don't have a whole lot of bold predictions. Like I could tell you, like I think all the Sneetches make the playoffs, but I wouldn't even classify that as bold. In the past, I've gravitated towards predictions on like, a pitcher won't go until like pick 36, pick 40.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like that's going to be a little different this time around. It'll be interesting to see how the quality starts and how different people are projecting that out, how that impacts the draft. But I feel like we'll probably see a little more pitching heavy than we have in years past.
Kind of rebalancing the league. We've been very hitter heavy in, the first 30 or even 100 these past, 6-7 years.
So I think there will be a little bit of an adjustment there. I don't know how bold that is. I think that's just my analysis of the rule change. But
going off
nothing
of
too kind of vanilla takes there.
Yeah, going off of your prediction that all the Sneetches make the playoffs, that's 5 guys. Name the last 2.
Carlin's pretty consistently around there. I hate that my mind went there instantly, but props to Carlin. And I don't know, Hardley's been right around the playoffs last 3+ years too. So I guess I'd probably give him the nod there as well.
Cool. Sneetches, Carlin, Hardley. Who's last place?
Last place. It's easy to pick on Chuck this week.
Yeah.
Just as I mentioned, he's kind of the most entrenched in the poop list at the moment. I'll give you 3 names. Crap. Kind of.
There's only 5 guys left to choose from.
Connor's been playing pretty bad ball the last couple of years, so I think it's easy to include him on that list. No hate, Connor. We've been seeing eye to eye on some deals lately. I don't want that to go away, but I just have to be honest about your performance last couple of years. Colton, I think, could be around there. I think Jason could be around there.
Just list everybody. I mean, come on. Except for me. Thank you.
No, yeah. Well, I guess realistically you could be, but no, it's those names were where I was going for.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how your top heavy clump works out.
I think we all are. I tried it in the past. I think I had like 18 through 22, and I was 1 for 5. So hopefully I
Trevor Bauer ain't
nail.
walking through that door.
No, Trevor Bauer, Cody Bellinger, Xander Bogaerts, Bryce Harper, Yu Darvish. One of them hit.
Hard to remember Xander Bogaerts, the second round pick.
Yeah, I know.
Guess there was a time.
I remember it, 2018. All right, it's that time of the pod where we get into the most, what's the word?
Controversial. Yeah, there we go.
Controversial part. Henry, I need to know, how accountable are you?
So I'm like feeling a little weird about these in general. Just everything feels a little in flux, but I'm still optimistic. Obviously, I trust that you get yours done. You've said it again and again. Still got to figure out how the blender works for Chuck,
Yeah.
but I'm interested to see that too. But in terms of me next season, I've thought about this a little. If I miss the playoffs, I want to take all the playoff teams out to pizza and a movie of their choice. So they're going to have to vote on whatever movie they want to see, whatever's in theaters around the time. And then we're going to have a movie night, and I'll get some sodas and popcorn and whatever. And we will hit the theater together. But probably not going to happen because, as we laid out at the front of the show, I tend to make the playoffs. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
Well, if you're so confident in your accountability and making the playoffs, why don't you wager a little bit heavier? I mean, dinner and a movie, that sounds like,
it's not like
a
terribly
weekend date
exciting.
with my girl. Like,
Yeah, but who knows if these are even going to happen these days? And this one especially is only hypothetical, so I get the bait to try and add more on. But I hadn't spent a whole lot of time thinking about it because it's just so like unfathomable to me that I'm ever going to have to collect on it anyway. You know,
well,
so
I
it's
mean,
just like it's just abstract.
I understand. It's it's difficult to, shoot for the stars and land in the fucking dirt.
I will also start a self-help podcast with zero context and run it for at least 5 episodes. And I can't like say why I'm doing it.
Where are you posting this?
If I miss the
Instagram
playoffs. Yeah, it'll make its rounds on the socials.
All right.
But
I can take that.
As well as dinner and a movie.
Awesome. Henry, thank you for being a good sport. Sorry I had to, bait you into something more, but I got to do it. I want to make it a little more exciting for all of us. We look forward to looking back into these memories when you miss playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, if I do it, or if I miss the playoffs, then in theory, I don't have to cash in for like 2.5 years or whatever. So we're good.
Or just tell everybody you're going to do it
then.
and then not do it. All right. Well, that's pretty much it. If you have any elephants in the room, Henry, that you would like to address that we did not touch on today, the floor is yours, and then we're out the door.
No more elephants here. I'm just looking forward to the draft. Looking forward to being in the same room with you knuckleheads and just having a great day. This is seriously Christmas Day, and just really look forward to draft day. And this is an exciting time of year. So I'm looking forward to having a roster, getting it done.
Well said, Henry. Lots of well wishes to Liam. Hopefully he feels better. Equally as excited to see all you guys, even though I really don't want to come. But
It'll be fun, man.
It'll be fun. Kind of frustrating, considering the situations. But shout out to Chuck. But yeah, thank you, Henry. I really appreciate you hopping on here in the middle of the day as you're getting paid.
Not a bad time on the clock. Appreciate you having us.
All right. Take care, man. Good talking. I'll see you later.
Okay, man.